I burned out like a wandering ember. I shone bright, then my journey was over. What I sought when I ran was back where I began. No matter the rain, no matter the storm, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Leave open the gate, don't turn off the light, I'm coming home.
What's up, everybody? This is Ronnie from the Traveling Gilberts, and today we're doing something just a little bit different. I have always wanted to do a vlog on all 64 parishes in Louisiana. I love Louisiana. This is my home. There's so much to offer here. There's so much history here, and I would like to share that with everyone. And I wanted to just go, and I'm like, how do you do it? Do you go by alphabetical order like we learned at this school, this very school? I learned, the Ascension, Acadia, Allen, Ascension, Assumption. I mean, we just went all the way down the parishes. And I said, what better way to start? It's where I grew up. Let's just start there first, and we'll just work our way out. And this is my home. This is Richland Parish. This is where I was born. Well, I was born in Monroe, but I was raised right here. I went to school at this very school. It was a K through 12 at the time. My grandmother lived right across the street. There's so much memories and so much history and so much everything here, and I just wanted to show Richland Parish off first. And what better way to start is right here at what used to be Start High School. Start Elementary now. Most schools in these little small towns have consolidated, and all the high school kids go to Rayville now, which is about 6 miles that way. And so here it is. I'm going to show you a few little things around town and see what you think. And as you can see, this is my old high school. That was the older part of the school. This is the old auditorium. As we just pan around, there used to be an old oak tree in front of the school, and it finally died after 50 or 60 years. And you have the Start Baptist Church across the street, and they actually added that next church. I guess they needed more room. Anyway, let's take a little ride around the school. It's a loop around the school, but it hasn't always been there, but it was there when I was in high school. And it's a one-way during the evening, just like anything else, when everybody picking up the school kids. But school wasn't in session this day. Not a whole lot in Start. I mean, you have once the school was consolidated, the towns kind of die off. There's not people move closer to the high schools. And it's really a sad thing. But back when it wasn't high school, it was it's kind of a little booming community. I mean, there was just a lot of people there, and now maybe not so much. There's the big water tower. It's painted orange and white. That was the colors of the Start Owls. We were the Owls. And you have the post office and the water company here. And over to the right, that's the football field and the baseball and softball field. And it's called Butler Field. It's named after my old coach, Larry Butler, who passed away a few years back. And he was always just an integral part of the school and the community. And he's missed every day, that's for sure. As we make a right here on Highway 80, we're just headed right back into town. And yeah, it's just all the football fields, the track field, all the stuff over to the side. Like I said, I don't know if they use it a whole lot now that it's an elementary school, but that's what it was when we were there. And I guess the big name from start is a guy I went to school with, Tim McGraw. He's a huge country singer, as everyone should know anyway. Dollar General's just been there the last couple of years. And the daycare, there actually was a store on the left and the right when I was growing up. And these apartments were put in later on in life. There was actually a car wash back over in the back part of that. This is just a little road that goes around the apartments. I kind of went back in here. I didn't know that this road was really still there. I thought they might have done away with it, but it was kind of like a little loop. You know, you made a little loop around the start when you were in a high school kid, and this back loop always wound up, you know, that's where the car wash was in the back, behind the church. There was actually a couple of houses over to the left that are just not there anymore. I guess the church bought that property. And the blue building over there, that's a little community clinic. And the one on the left there, the little brown building, has been everything from a pharmacy to a video store to a craft stop. I mean, it's been a little bit of everything. That's pretty much start. As we come up here to go to the right, we're going to hang a left and go over the railroad track. As we come across this track, a road to the right. We're not going to go down that road, but that's where I grew up. It's down that little road right there. And coming up on the Crew Lake Methodist Church. They call it Crew Lake. If you go on where we were coming into town, went across a little the Crew Lake there, and that was actually called Crew Lake back in the day. But that's actually where me and Teresa got married. That's my mother's home church, I guess you would call it. That's where we were we were raised in the Methodist church. Well, I have spent countless hours on this railroad track. Probably wasn't the safest thing to do back in the day, but I'm from the old school, where we got out of the house early in the morning, you came back in the evening, that kind of thing. And then just up the road from the church is the cemetery. And it's the Start Cemetery. That's where my grandparents are buried. My daddy's buried out there. A lot of friends, a lot of family. And the flashing lights, I mean, that's kind of an iconic look for Start. I mean, it's the the flashing lights. I mean, it's just just something about it. You got the water tower in the back. You got the gin to the right. I spent I don't know how many days and nights around these doggone lights. But that's the old gin. That was one of the main industry around, all the cotton fields back in the day. Here's just some snapshots of, the little school, the church, a lot of memories and a lot of old friends were there too. And the old Start Mart where we picked up bottles on the side of the road and took them up and cashed them out. You'll see a lot of this around. The grain elevators, the rice dryers, and of course you'll see a lot of swamp too. As we head over toward Rayville to the east, first thing you come up on is the Tim McGraw Sports Complex where we all played minor league ball when we were kids. I think he sends a little money every year for maintenance. It's got like 6 or 7 ball fields and some batting cages. Just a lot of old memories there too. As we head on down Highway 80 down toward Rayville, the Parish seat, the biggest town in Richland Parish, home of Elvin Hayes, the Big E, one of the greatest NBA players of all time. Now, as you come into Rayville is like most little small towns. They're not as lively as they were when I was growing up. A lot of vacant buildings, but there's still people trying to do the right thing. They still put in little boutiques and different opportunities for people. As you can see right here, hardly anything's open like it used to be. Of course, this old movie theater, the old Joy Theater, has just grown up and collapsing on the back. That's where I probably saw my first movie ever. And most of these buildings are empty. And on the very end there, you have San Miguel's Mexican restaurant. On the other side of the tracks, just on what we were just looking at, you have the post office, a bank, municipal building. Just a few little things here and there. A couple of co-op stores on down the road. And it's just little small businesses. Not nearly as many as it was, like I said, growing up. This is the courthouse. This is what they used to call the high five back in the day. If you were on the top up there, that was the jail. This Rayville's set up just like most little towns. It's one way up all the way through town, and it's one way back all the way through town. With all the little side streets, to the libraries, to the dentist's office, a little restaurant there, a bank or two, just small community, local owned places, and a few little apartment building complexes, not many, but a few little rent houses. But most of the people have been there for a pretty good while. We, back in the day, this is what you called riding the loop on Friday and Saturday night. Kids don't do that kind of thing anymore, but we would get in the car and you would circle Rayville. You would just circle and see who was around and see who was out and about. We didn't have cell phones and all that kind of stuff. We were always having to just look for the people we were trying to find. This is a new little shopping center there to the right with a little donut shop, insurance, and a couple other things in there. And you have the little Rayville Elementary to the right. Actually used to be some old ball fields behind the elementary school. That's where I very, very first started playing baseball, and actually had a little practice field in the back. If you was to take a right here at the light, it would take you to Walmart, the Walmart Supercenter, which is back behind this little building here on the right, which used to It was open for a split second as a after hours clinic, but I guess it didn't last very long. They built the building, opened it up, and shut it right back down. And you got a little shopping center over to the right, which has phone stores, a furniture store, Chinese restaurant, Johnny's Pizza, home hardware, grocery store. It's kind of like the hub of Rayville now. That's where everybody kind of goes and shops. If you're not at Walmart getting whatever, you're at Johnny's or the Chinese place. I can't remember what the buffet's called, but anyway. They actually put this roundabout in just a few years back, and it's still taking people a long time to figure out how to use it, because you have the truck stop over to the right, McDonald's over to the left, Fox's Pizza over to the left, and people still stop in the circle and different little things like that. So it takes a little while to get for these little country folks to figure out how to use a roundabout. Now we're coming back down the other one ways. We're going north. We're going south on the other one ways now. So, and there's a few little things there. It's a pharmacy to the right, which is kind of UPS drop off also, and there's a Sonic up here on in between the one ways, little car lots, glass. I guess it's car glass, and inspection service, and a couple other things. Body shop. Right to the right there is the mechanic that I use. So it's everything that you kind of need is just right there. A lot of older homes that have been around forever. Have been around a long time. You have State Farm Insurance up here. You have the library. You have the Baptist Church is up here. The Methodist Church is up here. The Civic Center. The dentist. We actually went. And the thing is, everybody knows everybody. It's like the dentist. The dentist is our dentist. We went to school with the dentist. Teresa actually went to school with him. I actually played ball with him. It's just that kind of thing. Everybody knows everybody. And, they know when you're in trouble. They know when you're not in trouble. They know when something good happens. They know when something bad happens. It's just kind of still kind of a close-knit community. It really is, because the people that are my age are the ones running everything. As you come past the Methodist Church there's the Civic Center to the right. The big library is up the road. It's we passed it back on the right. I did want to stop right here at the old library. It's the oldest parish library in Louisiana. And I didn't say Richland Parish. I said Louisiana. 1927. The Old Rhymes Library. It's actually on the National Register of Historic Places. I mean, it's been around for a while. And it's kind of cool that they have restored the building and kept everything in shape. And as we keep heading toward the east, we start drive through Be-By, and we wind up in Holly Ridge, which is Teresa's hometown. Still owns her mom and dad's home out there, and yeah, there's not much in Holly Ridge anymore. There used to be a little post office there and a couple of stores, but that was way back in the day. Once again, the Holly Ridge is an elementary school now, and the high school kids have to go to Rayville. But we used to drive up this road many a Sunday to go down toward Thompson's Grocery, which I'm not sure is even open anymore. They used to sell ice cream, scooped ice cream, and every once in a while we would get to go down on a Sunday and get some ice cream. Now, this is the big news. Big news for our area, which is really a poor area, is Meta AI. They are building a massive plant. It's going to cover 2,200 acres of land. It's a $10 billion artificial intelligence plant. I mean, it's a data center is what they're calling it. And it's going to have like 1,500 workers. There's like 5,000 construction workers, and they're all working on the land, getting the land ready to start building. I will try to post some more stuff as it becomes, some buildings go up, I guess. But it's going to be huge for our little neck of the woods. It's a lot of money coming in. There's a lot of workers coming. It's just going to be a big boom for this area. Who really, they need something like this. Land values will go up. Restaurants and food trucks and all the things. It'll be a great thing, I believe. And this is the school, Holly Ridge Elementary School. And that's pretty much Holly Ridge. I'm assuming as Meta gets a little closer to being finished that the school, I'm not sure what they're going to do with the schools. Maybe the schools might be high schools again. Who knows? It's according to how many people come and move out this way. Now, as we drive down below Rayville, we have a veterans cemetery. It was a big project, a very big project for the area. But it'll always hold a special place in my heart. Teresa's brother, James Oliver Jr., who we call Junior, my brother-in-law, we buried him out here, and it was a tough go, but it'll always be a special place that we will visit as often as we can. And Mangum is another little small town, the last small town on 425 before you start getting into a different parish. All of our parishes are pretty much separated by water, so you'd have to go across Big Creek to get into Franklin Parish. But it has a drugstore. It has one of the few high schools of the little small town, K through 12. Laundromat, police station. It's got a few things, but I think it's a Dollar General there, but that's pretty much it. A couple stores and a restaurant called Honey's, which has some pretty good buffets. I'll have to do a vlog on those one of these days. Well, that was Richland Parish. It's not all of Richland Parish. That's my old stomping grounds, I guess you could say. Other than a couple of turn rows here and there around that we won't talk about. Appreciate y'all watching. Hope you can check out the channel, and hopefully there will be a few more of these in the future. Y'all take care.